So we thought that because it was Lent, we would do a little review.
Are the fish sticks done? Is that what that is?
It seems like the fish sticks might be done.
Okay, it was beeping.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay for a minute or so in there.
For another minute.
So we thought that we would do a review of some different types of fish sticks. It's all the same company.
Yep.
So really what
we have all Kamps.
That just happens to be what was on sale when we were at the store the other day.
Correct.
And then, because originally we were only going to review tartar sauces.
Right.
Because it is hard to find certain condiments that you like. Like we've tried some that are just
honey mustard is
horrible.
so hard to find.
A good one, yes.
Yeah, good honey mustard.
It's hard to find a good hot horseradish. Like you can find tons of horseradish out there.
Right.
To find one that makes you cry, right?
Which is Don's favorite.
That's my favorite. That's hard to find. So we got 3 different tartar sauces.
Yes.
And then we got 4 different kinds of Kamp's fish products.
Correct.
And we're going to review those.
Correct.
And yeah.
So the tartar sauce, starting off with the tartar sauces, we have Hoffman House tartar sauce. And then we have McCormick tartar sauce and Kraft tartar sauce. So we are going to pour these into, well, maybe if I can actually open the jar, into our little dishes here that Don and I will end up sharing. So the Hoffman House tartar sauce is in a glass jar, which I already am frustrated with because he can't get it out.
So I saw a thing on...
You go for that.
I don't... Like a TikTok thing where if you hit the jar right...
Yeah, or right here.
Right there. But I think it was bullshit.
Yeah, it's supposedly that's like the A1 trick, right? So if you hit it on the neck of the bottle...
Yeah, I feel like you're just going to have to stick your fork in there and create an air pocket or something to...
So we're gonna dig that out. The fork was clean, by the way, as I'm digging this out into this bowl.
There's the Kraft one.
And then the last one, I might have to do some more finagling with that in a minute, but we'll see. All right, this last one, McCormick tartar sauce, has glue down the edge of the bottle, which is odd and weird.
A manufacturing
defect.
Not a manufacturing defect. It'd be a packaging defect.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. It's got like hot glue down the side, but it's got a nice flip top lid with
a big
opening, which is nice. And it's a squeezy bottle, so that makes it faster and kid friendly. That glass jar, so not kid friendly. And when I think of tartar sauce and fish sticks, I think of a lot of kid stuff. Kraft has a bigger opening too, doesn't it?
And not as big as the...
No, McCormick has a larger opening than the Kraft tartar sauce. All right, and we'll grab the fish sticks here out of the oven in a minute, and then we'll go through the different kinds of fish sticks that we have once we have those here on the table as well. If you're listening to our podcast, we'll do our best to describe everything in detail. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll probably be pointing at stuff as well.
Right. So we're going to pause here, and we will be back in just a minute.
Yep. All right, so we are back. I added a little bit more of the Hoffman House tartar sauce, pain in the butt glass jar, to our little serving dish. So we have, for our fish dining pleasure tonight, we have crunchy breaded fish fillets, which are closest to me. Next are fish sticks. Then we have beer battered fish fillets and fish fingers.
So what's weird to me is these are more the size of fingers.
The fish sticks.
Yes.
Yes. Are more the size of fingers.
Yeah.
The fish fingers are like little squares.
Little rectangles.
That's what I meant. Little rectangles. Yeah. Where both the crunchy breaded fillets and the beer battered fillets are kind of triangle-ish.
Right.
And yet they look almost exactly the same. You can tell, though, that the breading is slightly different.
I think the fish fingers are beer battered and not the same as the...
It could be. And the fish sticks might be more crunchy battered of some sort.
I don't know.
So one of the things that I noticed, they all cook at 450, right? But one of the things that I noticed is that they do cook at different times, which makes sense because they're slightly different sizes.
Right, it ranges from 14 minutes clear up to 20.
Right. And then the other thing that I realized was, so for the crunchy breaded fillets here, we've got 5 servings per container. So a serving size is 2 fillets, where fish sticks, 6 sticks is a serving, and you get 8 servings per container. So if you're kind of thinking about what your cost is
What are the ounces? Well, yeah, one's 19 ounces and the other one's 24.6 ounces. So you're getting...
Right. And I feel like they were all about the same price, like per box.
I don't remember. I didn't look.
I don't remember either. We should have kept that in mind. When we did this, we weren't thinking about the fact that we were going to review these.
Right,
so
we were only going to review the tartar sauce.
We only have part of the information. But we even have the price of the tartar sauce, though.
No.
Although prices are probably different where you're at and what have you. So,
and honestly, I don't really care about the price. If it tastes like crap, I'm not going to eat it.
Well, that's true.
I'll pay a little extra if it tastes good.
The beer battered fish fillets are also 2 per serving and about 5 per box, 5 servings per box. And then the fish fingers was 3 pieces, about 5 servings per box. So the fish sticks, you definitely get more servings. But yeah, I don't know. But fish fingers, 3 of them. Does that equal 2 of the beer battered and the crunchy breaded? And woo! As I'm throwing boxes. Sorry if that was really loud in the microphone. What did I say? This was 6 sticks. We feel like 6 sticks is about equal. I'm just curious. Like
I have no idea.
It's one of those things when you look at serving sizes, if people are actually trying to count calories and what have you, are you actually getting the same amount of food?
Yeah, your research brain is going way deeper into this than I would have. I'd have already had it on the plate and I would have been like eating it and I would have been like talking about the actual food and not the...
Right.
But I totally get why you're... Because it makes a difference.
And it takes into consideration as far as, you know, as a smaller person eating, so they don't need a big fillet, although I wouldn't say any of these are big fillets. They're smaller than a hot dog.
So
all right.
Say give us one of each of those.
We're going to try the crunchy breaded.
Yeah.
It's not very crunchy, it doesn't look like. It's a little soggy. But we'll try that. I'm at a funny angle for it.
So, and we're not rude. We a lot of you guys have heard of us referring to our video guy.
Right, we're paying him.
Yeah, we don't want to let him not eat. We don't want the food to get cold while he's... So we'll do 2 of those. 2
fish sticks. Now wait, don't get them confused on your plate though. You got to keep them in order so we know what we're talking about.
As I tried to take out the mic.
And that's a beer battered. Would you like some help? Now you're at a funny angle because it's closer to you.
I was trying to keep them in order.
They are in order for me because I'm doing reading order or whatever.
You put an odd number of this one on.
Because that's how many would fit.
Oh, well, I think you could have packed another one on there. But
well,
whatever.
It's all right. We can figure it out. All right. So, are we ready to try the crunchy breaded? And which tartar sauce are we going to try first?
I don't care.
Well, I vote that we try this Hoffman.
Let's try the Hoffman.
Because I've got it all over my fork.
Okay.
So I can just try it off my fork. I promise that's the Hoffman's.
But are you going to try the fish without it?
Not usually, no.
Oh.
I don't usually eat fish without tartar sauce on it. But I suppose we should.
Well,
for the purpose of the review.
I mean, that's definitely good tartar sauce.
It is good tartar sauce, yeah.
This crunchy breaded fillet is not crunchy.
No, it's not very crunchy. And it kind of falls apart, I feel like.
It doesn't bother me that it falls apart. The fact that it's not crunchy bothers me.
So the tartar sauce is really tangy. Like,
It's kind of tangy. I mean, it's good tartar sauce. It has nice big chunks of whatever. I mean,
pickles.
You can taste the
relish or
cream of tartar or whatever, and then
right. It's got a lemony flavor to it. That's the tanginess. Yeah. It's pretty lemony.
So I'm gonna try the fish stick next without any tartar sauce. The fish stick is crunchy.
Yeah. Well, maybe we didn't, because we cooked them all together. So maybe the crunchy bread.
Yeah, but we cooked them for a full 20 minutes.
Oh, we cooked all of them for 20 minutes?
Yes.
So some of them got overcooked. Well, the crunchy breaded fillets were supposed to cook from 18 to 22.
Oh.
So maybe it could have lasted for a couple more minutes.
Maybe. I feel bad now.
That's okay. Yeah, the fish stick is way more crunchy than the crunchy breaded fillet. I agree with that. And then...
the McCormick tartar sauce.
Oh, I didn't know we were trying a different tartar sauce. I went back to the same tartar sauce.
Now, personally, I think that this is actually tangier than the Hoffman's. It doesn't have as many... it doesn't seem like, to me, it has as many chunks of, like, the pickle relish stuff in it.
Right.
But it's definitely a tangier flavor.
All right. It's more sour.
That's what I said, tangier.
No, that's a sour.
So you would say it's a little more lemony?
Yeah, but maybe. Because I can taste like lemon in the Hoffman. I don't taste lemon. It's just super sour. It reminds me of like a Sour Patch Kid.
Which is
sour.
funny because I don't like sour things, and I kind of like that one better. I didn't make that sour face.
Yeah, that's weird.
So to me, that's just tangy.
I should try it by itself. Yeah, it's super sour. More like a Sour Patch Kid, like sour. I don't get a lemon flavor from it. I just get a sourness from it.
All right. So moving on to the beer battered fillet.
All right. Now these this is what I usually would pick if I were to go to the grocery store and buy some, is I would get the beer battered fillet.
It's actually crispier than the crunchy breaded, but you're thinking that maybe we didn't cook the crunchy breaded long enough.
The crunchy breaded probably could have been cooked a little bit longer.
I like the beer batter flavor better than the breading that's on the crunchy breaded.
I do too.
So now I'm going to try it with a little bit of the Kraft tartar sauce.
It makes me wonder though, like between the crunchy breaded and the beer battered, like inside how much fish there actually is. Because even though they're about the same size, sometimes you have a lot of breading or a little breading. Does that make sense?
I don't even know how to describe the taste of that. The Kraft one has the most tartar sauce taste.
Yes.
Of all the tartar sauces that we just tried.
Yeah, it's definitely tartar, like cream of tartar.
When I think tartar sauce, like if I go to a restaurant and have a fish sandwich or something,
It's saltier.
I don't know. I just know that definitely more tartar sauce flavor.
Yeah, the Kraft tartar sauce is saltier. And definitely cream of tartar. And I feel like the pickle chunks are smaller. There's quite a few of them, but they're smaller than what's in the Hoffman.
I would have a hard time picking between these three. I really would. They're all really good. I think if I was going to have a sandwich, I think I would want this one on a sandwich.
The Kraft?
Yes, the Kraft.
Yeah, you have to describe everything, honey. There you go.
And I think if I was going to have plain fish that didn't have any kind of breading, right, like a fillet of cod or any other type of whitefish, or if I was going to bake the tartar sauce on it, I think I would want this one.
The McCormick?
Yes, because it has the more tangy flavor.
It's really sour. The McCormick is really sour.
And again, the Hoffman House one isn't bad. I think I like the other two better. And if I had to pick one, if I could only have one of the three, I think the Kraft one is the one I would pick.
So the Hoffman one has more pickle relish in it.
Which I do like.
And it's more pickly. And so then I think that's what I was getting rather than the lemon. Now that I'm going back and forth. So, because I'm just trying the tartar sauce with no fish. So, Hoffman definitely has more pickle in it than the others. I'm not a big fan of the McCormick. Like, I could do it if that's what was given to me, I could eat it. That's
Right.
fine. I probably wouldn't have as much tartar sauce on my fish, which is probably healthier for me. I don't know if I prefer. I'm testing again. I'm gonna check and see. Do I like the Kraft?
So if this review wasn't wishy-washy and confusing enough for you,
Right.
by all means, you know,
Let us
send
know
us a
other
comment
stuff.
and ask us, and we'll try and unclear it for you.
So then so I tried the Kraft tartar sauce. I have a hard time between the Hoffman and the Kraft. I probably, because of the bottle, would choose the Kraft simply because having that glass bottle is a pain.
Which is weird to me. So, and here's what I'm going to say. So, while it is a pain, props to Hoffman for still using a glass bottle and
Yeah.
a metal lid.
Yep.
Because the recycling glass is 100% recyclable. So is the metal lid.
Yep. That's true.
Plastic, even though cities, towns, whatever say that they recycle the plastic, the majority of the time they don't. It ends up in a landfill.
Right.
Costs too much for them to actually recycle it.
Right. We
So-
we haven't gotten to the fish finger yet, so let's
Right.
try the fish finger.
Which to me looks like it's beer battered and not breaded.
Yes. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, but it has a fishier flavor. And I feel like, as I'm dissecting the fish,
Very
portion,
nice and crispy.
it is. But I feel like, yes, it is. So the fish finger is like one
Fillet.
fillet of fish.
Right.
Yes, and cut in strips and battered. Where like when you dig into the beer battered,
It falls apart.
it's flaked.
Right.
And same thing with the crunchy breaded, and even with the fish stick. I mean, most people know that fish sticks are like flaked fish in the fish stick. But
So just so people don't think that we're just going to sit here and eat, you know, fried breaded or baked breaded fish.
I could.
Because that's so healthy. We have a vegetable.
Yeah.
So
We're going to do a little bit of...
made this bacon asparagus dish. And it is really delicious. And if you would like the recipe for it,
We can post that.
let us know. We can post it.
Yeah, that's good. So, as I'm trying the Kraft tartar sauce on the...
An hour later, Lachelle
fish
still
finger.
hasn't made up her mind which tartar sauce she likes.
No, I think I like the Kraft. Surprisingly, though, I always go for the beer battered fillets, and I feel like in the future I'd probably just do the fish fingers.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of nice having that.
Whole piece of fish.
Right.
Yeah. So again, I think in summary, Lachelle didn't care for the McCormick one, but she would eat it.
Yes.
We have had some that we threw away the bottle because we couldn't stand it.
Correct.
I liked all three of them for different reasons.
Yep.
Again, if I'm having a fish sandwich, I'm going to use that Kraft one. I'm torn between the McCormick and the Hoffman because I do like the tangy of the McCormick, but I like the fact that the Hoffman has a lot more
Pickle in it.
pickle relish chunks
Right.
stuff in it.
Right. They're all very good, though. I mean, they really are. Like, the
And
McCormick is sour for me.
And I feel
but-
like they were all within 50 cents a bottle of each other.
Oh, yeah. So they're comparable in price.
Yeah.
Approximately. Sure.
So, again, if you have any questions,
But what was your favorite fish? You didn't say of the fish.
I agreed with you that the fish finger, I liked it.
And we're pretty sure that that's like a beer battered.
Yes, I think it is beer battered.
I think so, too.
I did like the crunchy of the fish sticks, but the fish fingers are crunchy.
Yes, if
and
I
I like
wanted-
that it's all one piece. It's
if
like
I
a
wanted
fillet
fish
that was.
stick, yeah. If I wanted something like a fish stick, I would just get the fish stick and not the crunchy breaded fillet. But I always like the beer battered fillets because I like the beer battered coating.
Right.
And I had never tried fish fingers.
So if you're looking for something fun to do for
Yeah.
Lent, you know, you can try out all
Try
the
'em all
different,
out.
you know. Maybe next week we'll try a different brand of fishy products. Vandy Camps just happened to be on sale.
Right.
We've bought Vandy Camps before. We like Vandy Camps, good quality food.
Right.
So the tartar sauces, these are 3. that I feel like we've tried them at one point and we just never could remember.
Right.
We know specifically the ones that we don't like at our grocery store, and we don't buy those.
Right.
So, all right. Well, that's
was
it
good.
for now.